Imagine this, the chicken you eat today is as much as 300% larger than what people were eating in the 1950s. The average chicken today is a whopping 3 to 4 times larger than it was back in the 1950s and 5 to 6 times larger than it was in the 1920s. That's an extremely steep growth. In 1950, chickens weighed about 2 pounds, but fast forward to today, we've got chickens tipping the scales at around 6 pounds and more. That's a 300% increase in size in 70 years. To put this into perspective, if humans grew at the same rate as these chickens, a newborn baby would weigh a staggering 660 pounds after 2 months. That's the equivalent of a grizzly bear. And there are a number of reasons for this increase, including changes in dietary habits and an increasing global population. In fact, in the United States, chicken has surpassed beef as the most consumed meat, with each American consuming about 96 pounds of chicken per year. But wait, there's more to this chicken-sized mystery than meets the eye. Something fascinating and almost unbelievable is happening behind the scenes, and we're about to dive into the hidden world of these supersized birds. But why is this happening? How did our petite poultry evolve into these plump specimens we see today? And what does it mean for us, the people who rear them, sell them, cook them, and consume them? Now, let's take a trip down memory lane and see how our feathery friends have changed over the years. Back in the good old days of the 1920s, chickens were only about 1.2 pounds when they reached market weight, which usually took around 16 weeks. Fast forward to the 1950s, the growth rate of chickens has accelerated even further. Today, in 2023, we see chickens reaching an impressive 6.2 pounds or more in just 6 weeks. That's a 413% increase in size as compared to the 1920s. But here's where things get really wild. Since the 1950s, chickens have grown at an even more rapid pace. This transformation from modest birds to the hefty creatures we see today didn't happen overnight. In the 1950s, the world was recovering from the ravages of World War II. Food was scarce, and the demand for cheap, high-protein meals was high. Enter the chicken, a bird that could be bred quickly and cheaply. The race was on to produce bigger chickens, and the poultry industry responded with gusto. The advent of selective breeding techniques in the 1960s turbocharged this growth. Chickens were bred for size and speed of growth, with the biggest and fastest growing birds selected for breeding. This process, known as broiler breeding, led to a new breed of supersized chickens. Take the Chicken of Tomorrow contest of the late 1940s in the United States, a competition sponsored by the U.S. Department of Agriculture and Industry stakeholders. The goal? To breed a better chicken for a rapidly growing post-war population, one that was meatier and more efficient to rear. This contest was essentially the poultry version of the NFL draft. It was a turning point in the evolution of chicken size, resulting in the broad-breasted, fast-growing birds we are familiar with today. Additionally, bigger chickens mean more meat per bird, which translates to cheaper chicken for consumers. In 2023, the average cost of chicken per pound is $1.50, down from $2.50 in the 1950s, adjusted for inflation. That's a saving of $1 per pound or $4.50 for the average chicken. The changes in size aren't just evident in the live birds. Next time you're at a supermarket, take a moment to glance at the eggs. You'll notice they're categorized as medium, large, extra large, and jumbo. It wasn't always this way. Back in the 1950s, the average chicken egg would barely pass for a medium in today's terms. So, the next time you're digging into a chicken dinner, remember, you're not just feasting on poultry, you're sampling a piece of history, a testament to decades of agricultural evolution and human innovation. It's a compelling example of how we, as a species, have managed to shape our world to better serve our needs. Chickens, like all organisms, grow according to a predetermined genetic plan, which lays out their growth rate, adult size, and even their general shape. The blueprints for a chicken's size and growth are inherently flexible and can be influenced by external factors such as diet, environment, and overall health. The science and strategy behind the growth of chickens are more intricate than one might initially assume. One of the primary factors contributing to the increase in chicken size is selective breeding. Over the years, breeders have meticulously chosen and crossbred chickens that exhibit desirable traits, such as rapid growth and greater muscle mass. Take the Cornish Cross, for instance. This breed was created by crossing the speedy-growing Cornish chicken with the plump-breasted White Rock chicken. The result? A meaty, fast-growing hybrid that now reigns supreme in the commercial poultry market, known for its rapid growth and large muscle development. And it was created through selective breeding for desirable traits, most notably rapid growth and large muscle development. Today, a Cornish Cross chicken can grow to a slaughter-ready size in as little as 6 to 7 weeks, a pace that's light years ahead of its ancestors from the 1940s who took upwards of 16 weeks to reach a similar size. This rapid growth has been further facilitated by significant improvements in nutrition. Just as athletes consume a balanced diet to fuel their bodies and enhance performance, today's chickens are given a scientifically formulated feed that provides the optimal balance of proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. This nutritional boost allows them to grow faster and larger than their less nourished counterparts of the past. One of the greatest examples of selective breeding is the dogs. This scary wolf is a direct descendant of this tiny dog. It's due to selective breeding a dog like Yorkshire Terrier and a chicken like Cornish Cross came to be, breeds that met all the industry needs respectively. Genetics also play a significant role in the size evolution of chickens. In fact, a study published in 2014 by the University of Alberta identified a specific gene called the growth hormone receptor gene that is linked to faster growth and increased size in chickens. The researchers found that variations in this gene could result in a weight difference of up to 50% between chickens. This discovery further illustrates the impact of genetics on chicken size. Another interesting point to consider is the role of hormones in chicken growth. Contrary to popular belief, the use of growth hormones in poultry farming is illegal in many countries, including the United States and the entire European Union. The steroid-stuffed chicken is more myth than reality. The larger sizes we see today are primarily the result of selective breeding and enhanced nutrition. This big chicken phenomenon is a testament to how far we've come in understanding and manipulating the biology of the animals we depend on for sustenance. In addition to breeding and genetics, advances in poultry nutrition have greatly contributed to the growth of chickens. Modern feed formulations are designed to provide an optimal balance of nutrients. Poultry nutritionists have spent years tinkering with these feeds, enabling chickens to grow more efficiently through a perfect blend of proteins, vitamins, and minerals. And you know what? They've managed to crack the code. Today's chicken feed is specifically designed to help chickens grow faster and more efficiently. The result is nothing short of astounding. For example, in the 1950s, it took about 3 pounds of feed to produce 1 pound of chicken meat, whereas today, it takes only 1.6 pounds of feed to achieve the same result. This increased feed efficiency allows chickens to reach their market weight faster and with less overall food consumption. That's like improving the fuel efficiency of your car from 10 miles per gallon to 20. It's the same amount of gas, but you're going twice as far. The most significant changes began in the mid-20th century with the industrialization of chicken farming. Poultry production moved from the free-range farms of yesteryears to the controlled environments of indoor facilities. Here, chickens could be sheltered from harsh weather conditions and predators, reducing mortality rates and allowing for a more consistent growth. Next came the introduction of scientifically formulated feeds, designed to provide chickens with optimal nutrition for rapid growth. Just like a high-performing car needs premium fuel, chickens bred for size need a diet rich in proteins and essential nutrients. Take the case of Tyson Foods, one of the largest poultry producers in the United States. The company has its own team of nutritionists who develop specific feed formulas tailored to each stage of a chicken's life, ensuring maximum growth potential. Additionally, modern practices also involve careful control of lighting and temperature within chicken houses. These conditions are manipulated to influence the birds' eating habits and in turn their growth rate. For example, extended light periods increase the appetite of chickens, which makes them eat more and more, leading to faster growth. Yet, these practices are not without controversy. Critics argue that the relentless drive for bigger, faster-growing chickens can compromise chickens' welfare, citing issues such as crowded living conditions and health problems related to rapid growth. In the world of aviation, the chicken's growth trajectory is akin to the development of the Airbus A380, the world's largest passenger airliner. Just as the A380 was designed to carry more passengers, chickens have been bred to produce more meat. But just like the A380, which has faced criticism for its high operating costs and environmental impact, the super-sized chicken has its own set of challenges. As chickens have grown bigger, so too have the repercussions, impacting not only the chickens themselves, but also the environment, our health, and broader ethical considerations. Starting with the chickens, rapid growth often leads to health complications. These bigger birds may suffer from skeletal issues, heart problems, and difficulties in maintaining their body temperature. For instance, the broiler chicken, bred to have oversized breasts, often struggles to support its own weight and can develop painful leg deformities. On the environmental front, larger chickens demand more feed, and producing this feed has substantial environmental implications. For instance, soybeans, a common component of poultry feed, are a major driver of deforestation in regions like the Amazon. The manure from large poultry farms can also pollute local ecosystems if not properly managed. When it comes to our health, larger chickens are not necessarily better. Chicken meat has indeed become more affordable and accessible, contributing to global food security. However, these changes in chicken size and farming practices have also led to concerns about antibiotic resistance. You see, low doses of antibiotics can help chickens grow faster by keeping them healthy and preventing diseases. But there's a catch. The overuse of antibiotics has raised concerns about antibiotic resistance, which can pose serious health risks for both animals and humans. Industry demands and consumer preferences have also shaped the size of chickens. As the world's population has grown, so has the demand for affordable and abundant sources of protein. Chicken has become a popular choice due to its relatively low cost, versatility, and nutritional value. This has led the poultry industry to focus on producing larger chickens to meet consumer expectations and maximize profits. Moreover, the influence of fast food culture and the increasing popularity of chicken-based dishes have further driven the demand for larger chickens to cater to consumer tastes. The truth is, our appetite for chicken has been the driving force behind the growth of these birds. As the demand for more meat and larger portions has skyrocketed, the poultry industry has had to keep up, and that's where our bigger chickens come in. Picture this. Back in the day, a single chicken might have been shared among a family for dinner. Fast forward to today, and we're living in a world where supersized fast food chicken sandwiches, buckets of fried chicken, and all-you-can-eat chicken wing nights are the norm. It's clear that our love for chicken has shaped the way the industry operates. Consumer preferences have played a significant role in the growth of chickens, with the fast food culture and market trends contributing to the demand for bigger birds. Major fast food chains and restaurants have continuously sought to outdo each other with larger portions and innovative chicken dishes, all designed to cater to our ever-growing appetite for poultry. As we stand on the precipice of a future shaped by advances in biotechnology and an increasing awareness of the need for sustainability, what can we expect for the future of chicken size? On one hand, the demand for chicken meat shows no signs of slowing down, with the global population predicted to reach 9.7 billion by 2050, and with chicken being one of the most affordable and accessible sources of protein, it's likely that the pressure to produce larger, faster-growing chickens will continue. Moreover, advancements in precision farming, using technologies like AI and big data, may allow for more efficient production, reducing the need for larger chickens. For instance, by optimizing feed composition and environmental conditions, farmers can raise healthier, more productive chickens without necessarily increasing their size. The chicken's growth story is a fascinating case study in the interplay between economics, science, and consumer demand. It's a tale of human ingenuity, but also a cautionary tale of the potential pitfalls of unchecked growth. It's a story that's as fascinating as it is complex, and one that continues to evolve with each passing year. As we look to the future, the question remains, how big will chickens get? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, the chicken's tale is far from over. Well, thanks for watching. This episode is brought to you with the help of these Patreon supporters and YouTube subscribers who have joined. Thanks to everyone who is supporting. Thanks for watching. More interesting videos are coming up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button.